it looks like Bill Belichick is coming really close to getting that North Carolina head coaching job. I've been listening to a lot of media heads talk about Bill Belichick and how good he'll be coaching at the collegiate level. And I'm surprised at how many people are just absolutely wrong about Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is not a wash head coach, and he knows how to relate with younger people. His girlfriend is only what, 24, 23 years old. If he can relate to her, he can definitely relate to a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds. And with how college football is structured now, where it's not really about building relationships with players per se, it's more so about just giving them the bag, developing them, and putting them in the right situation to succeed. College football has been more closer to the NFL than what it ever has been in today's new age of the transfer portal and name, image, and likeness. Therefore, Bill Belichick pretty much isn't really going to have that much to learn in comparison to how he ran the New England Patriots for all those years compared to how he's going to run North Carolina. And he already has talked about on the Pat McAfee show about how, the selling point with playing for him at North Carolina is I can develop you for the NFL. If you truly care about making it to that level and you're not really chasing the bag, I can help you mold into an NFL caliber player. I developed Lawrence Taylor, the greatest defensive player that ever played football. I drafted and helped develop the greatest quarterback in NFL history, Tom Brady. I've won 8 Super Bowls. I know what it takes to be a champion. I know what it takes to turn you into a potential NFL draft pick. And if you're a high school recruit, it's not like you don't know who Bill Belichick is. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of these high school players, they watch the NFL. They remember watching Tom Brady and the Patriots winning all those Super Bowls during the peak of their dynasty. It's not like these guys are dinosaurs and they live underneath a rock. I've seen a few people say that these college players, these college recruits that Belichick's going to go after, they probably don't even know who he is. Like, you got to be kidding yourself. Bill Belichick is the greatest head coach in NFL history. All these recruits know who Bill Belichick is, and they're going to give him a listen. If Deion Sanders is getting guys out of the portal and getting guys out of high school without having to make any in-home visits, then Bill Belichick can do the same. And Bill Belichick knows that if he's going to succeed here, he's going to have to recruit. He's not a novice to the basic functions of building a good team in college football. He knows that you got to mix the portal in with a little bit of recruiting, and he is more than prepared to have a staff of guys who are going to be able to go into the living rooms of these recruits and be able to sway guys into playing for him. Because the biggest selling point for playing for Bill Belichick at North Carolina is the fact that he knows how to develop you and get you ready for the NFL. And it's not really about can you get along with the younger players. Listen, if you can't handle being coached by Bill Belichick, then you're not cut out to be in the NFL. If you can't take hard coaching from the greatest head coach in NFL history, an 8-time Super Bowl champion, then you just don't deserve to be an NFL player. Because if you can't handle the coaching from Bill Belichick that you're going to get, then you're not going to be able to handle the coaching from anybody else in the NFL. It would be a red flag if I was a scout for any player that couldn't take Bill Belichick's coaching. And Bill Belichick, it's not like the dude is just a complete a-hole. Even Julian Edelman said it. Like, he's not as uptight as what a lot of people in the media think. He knows how to relate with people. Bill Belichick, if anything, some of the best players that he ever drafted were guys that had a lot of red flags character-wise. Rodney Harrison gave a lot of respect to Bill Belichick for how his career went. Like Bill Belichick, if you're trying to get to the next level, if I'm a high school recruit, I immediately would say, hey, sign me up. I would love to get coached by Bill Belichick. And another thing is, he instantly would become the best head coach in college football in terms of X's and O's standpoint. When it comes to a strategic standpoint, playing in the ACC, one of the weakest conferences in college football, I could see him coaching circles around Dabo Sweeney, Mario Cristobal. The ACC is not the SEC. If this was the SEC or the Big Ten that Bill Belichick was getting a head coaching job in, then I would feel differently. But he's in the ACC. Most of these coaches that are in the ACC are not really that good. And Bill Belichick knows how to find and develop good offensive and defensive linemen. And if you can win up front, then you can beat anybody. And also, Bill Belichick, with all of the years of experience that he has just coaching football, he just has so much to offer these younger players that nobody ever really talks about in the national media. Everybody just keeps and make it seem like Bill Belichick is some kind of recluse. He's some kind of Grinch. He just has no charisma, no personality at all, when that couldn't be further from the truth. You don't bag a 24-year-old girlfriend being 70-something years old with a 40-something year age gap if you don't have some kind of charisma. Like, Bill Belichick knows how to get the most out of his players. There's been plenty of Super Bowls that the Patriots have won when Bill Belichick has gotten guys riled up. He's gotten guys motivated. If you actually watch some of the behind-the-scenes documentaries about those Patriots teams, you will see that Bill Belichick is a pretty good motivator. He's a really good leader of men because he holds everybody accountable. And I really don't get this narrative that Bill Belichick going to college football is a sign that he can't get an NFL job. Maybe the reasoning for him taking a college job and not an NFL job is that he has full control of a program, and two, it's much easier to turn a team into a contender faster in college football than what it is in the NFL. There's not a lot of head coaching opportunities that are going to be opening up that give Bill Belichick the best chance to win right out the way. The Philadelphia Eagles look like they're going to be on their way to being in a conference championship game potentially. It doesn't look like they're going to fire Nick Sirianni with the success that they're hiring. And the Dallas Cowboys, listen, why would Bill Belichick want to coach under Jerry Jones, one of the most power-hungry owners in the league? Bill Belichick rather run the program, have his say-so, have his hands over how everything is ran and operated, than have to answer to somebody in the NFL. It's not that he can't get another head coaching job. I'm pretty sure the Jaguars would give Bill Belichick a head coaching job right out the gate if he was interested in it. Coaching in college football, although it kind of is a little bit of uncharted territory for Bill Belichick, his dad coached college football for a very long time. So it's not like Bill Belichick doesn't have a little bit of knowledge of how to be successful at this level. And he definitely knows how to coach and develop players. Everybody that has ever played under Bill Belichick has always praised how good he's been as a head coach because he pays attention to the details. Antonio Brown, out of all people, said that Bill Belichick was one of the greatest coaches, the greatest coach that he ever played under in terms of having a good understanding of the game of football, to the point where he knows who's going to be the officiating crew. He dictates how his practices are going to be ran based off, is that an officiating crew that calls a lot of holding penalties? If it is, then he's going to have his offensive linemen practicing, doing drills that involves them, not being able to hold. If you have an officiating crew that calls a lot of pass interference penalties, he's going to put mitts on his DBs and he's going to force them to practice not being able to grab on or really use their hands too much. Bill Belichick is just a great strategist, and if he gets this North Carolina head coaching job, I don't see how you couldn't call him the best head coach in college football. He may not have the resume, or he may not have been able to have proven that he's a good head coach in college football, but if you're winning 8 Super Bowls in the NFL, I don't see how you couldn't have that same level of success in college football, because at the end of the day, yeah, the structures and the foundations are a little bit different when you compare coaching an NFL team to a college team, but at the end of the day, being a winner still requires you to have those same habits. Look at Jim Harbaugh. He won a national championship at Michigan. He took the 49ers to several conference championships and a Super Bowl. Jimmy Johnson was able to have success in the NFL and have success collegiately. If you're a good coach, you know how to win at any level, whether it be high school, middle school, Pop Warner, wherever. Good coaching just doesn't go away just because you go from the NFL to college football. And I don't think that Bill Belichick taking the North Carolina job is a downgrade. If anything, I think he views it as another challenge. He probably wants to have the right to say that I am, without a doubt, the greatest football coach in history. I won 8 Super Bowls in the NFL, and now I'm trying to win a national championship at a collegiate level. You know, you don't really need to be building great relationships with guys when you're paying guys money. Who really cares about the relationship? If I'm giving you a big NIL deal, who gives a damn if I got a good relationship or not? I'm paying for you to do a job, and it's my job to put you in position to do it well. And that's what Bill Belichick is going to do. And he also wants to develop successful men off the football field. He has reiterated that several times. You know, he wants guys to be successful outside of football. If you are a high school recruit and your main objective, like how most of these guys say, is to get to the National Football League, there's not a better head coach who could prepare you for that than Bill Belichick. And if you say otherwise, then you're just lying. A lot of these recruits like to make it seem like they care about being developed when they just go to the school who's able to offer them the biggest bag. If Bill Belichick comes knocking on your door and says, hey, come play for me, you would be stupid not to take the opportunity because he knows what it takes to get you ready for that level because he's coached there for so many years.